I know y'all have been waiting on me to talk about this shooting that happened in Colorado yesterday. Well, the reason why I was waiting on is because I wanted to find out the name and the uh, face of the person involved. I already knew that the person was white because mainstream media does the same old thing where a shooting like this happens and they wait and they drag out who it is. They don't give out the name or anything like that. I even came across an article where they gave out the name, but they didn't want to give out the picture. I was like, up, too late. I've already seen this picture and we've already retrieved it. As a matter of fact, you can pretty much go find his pictures when you type his name in, and his name is Devon Erickson. Now, I do believe that they said that there were two shooters. So if there were two, I need to find out who the other shooter was and, put two and two together. But I already knew he was white. I was actually having a conversation with Vicky Dillard, and shout out to her and Fly New Be Queen Network. And I said, I'm not going to speak on this until I see a face and a name. And I already know that the person is white because of how they're dragging this out. The shooting happened at the time when I was talking to her hours prior to this. It was after 12. And the shooting had happened earlier the day prior. And they never released his name or a face. They did not release any of this until about a good 9 hours ago, which means this was late night, almost going into today, as in this morning, when they finally released his image. Now, both of these are him. It's just that in one picture he has blonde hair, and then in the other he has dark hair. I can only assume that the blonde hair is what he dyed it with, and the dark hair is his natural hair color. But it's the same person. 18 years old. Decided that he was going to go into a school in Colorado. I think the name of the school is called STEM. It's a STEM school, and it's literally a school that runs from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. You don't find many schools like that around the nation like that, but they do exist. And you gotta think, when it comes to a lot of these shootings and everything like that, rarely would the person be anything but white. Or if it happens, they always do it in close proximity. So if it's a school that's predominantly white, 9 times out of 10, the person who did it was white. And this is Colorado we're talking about here, enough said. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from heavy.com. And of course, it's the 5 facts you need to know. It says Devon Erickson, an 18-year-old high school student who has worked as a youth actor in Colorado, was identified by authorities as one of the 2 shooters accused of wounding 9 students at a K-12 STEM school located in Douglas County. One of those students, 18-year-old Kendra Castillo, died in the attack. One shooter pulled a gun out of a guitar case in a classroom and opened fire. 2 parents whose children were in the school described to different media outlets. Although authorities had not yet named Kendra Castillo, his father confirmed to NBC News that he was the student who died. A Telemundo correspondent reported that Castillo died as a hero faced the gunman seeking to save the lives of his companions. Devon Erickson's Facebook page says he lives in Highland Ranch, Colorado. John Fenton, a news producer with CBS Denver, wrote that the car towed from the STEM shooting suspect home apparently has "Fuck Society" spray painted on the side. Also 666, you know what that means, and what looks like a pentagram spray painted on the hood. The second suspect was not named, but the Denver Channel wrote that multiple sources said the second suspect, who is a minor, is a transgendered male. Okay, the plot thickens with that one. Who was in the midst of transitioning from female to male. The motive, the station alleged, went beyond bullying and involved revenge and anger towards others at the school, adding that one suspect was involved in legal and illegal drug use and had been in therapy. Erickson's social media pages show he is a fan of video games, paintball, skateboarding, and The Walking Dead. His Facebook post indicated that he was a guitar-playing youth theater actor who once sent his resume to The Walking Dead. His Instagram page highlights a more recent look that matches Scanner Dispatch reports that indicated a suspect had purple or pink hair, and that's the photo. The photos. As a matter of fact, let me pull that picture up because I see it right here. They're talking about this one right here. Asked on Instagram if he turned his hair blonde, he wrote, "It was purple then pink for a little too." On Twitter, he indicated, "I make music, I guess." He filled a YouTube channel with videos showing him singing cover songs and playing the guitar. That page gives his Snapchat account name was Devon Kills, and that's Kills with a Z. On social media, Devon Erickson, a registered Democrat, expressed hatred for some Christians and shared posts criticizing Donald Trump and praising Barack Obama, which you can later see in the article. You know what I hate? All these Christians who hate gays, yet in the Bible it says in Deuteronomy 17:12, verse 12 through 13, if someone doesn't do what their priest tells them to do, they are supposed to die. It has plenty of crazy stuff like that, he wrote in one Facebook post a couple of years ago. But all they get out of it is ill gays. In 2015, Erickson put a Celebrate Pride filler onto a Facebook picture. That makes me wonder, was he a part of the LGBT community? Quick responding officers engaged with the shooters and caught them at the scene. At least one heroic student, Brandon Bialy, is credited with tackling one of the two gunmen. It's not clear which one, a family attorney says. His father told the New York Times that his son told him that two students entered the classrooms and one pulled a gun out of a guitar case. That matches an account provided by Denver 7 by another parent. The elder Bialy also told the Times that his son and two friends tried to tackle the gunman, but one of the boys was shot in the chest. That sort of heroism is reminiscent of the recent campus shooting at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, in which student Riley Howell tackled the shooter. He gave his life for others when he did so. In the Highlands Ranch shooting, Brandon Bialy was not shot. A woman goes by the name of Suze Perk on Twitter wrote that Kendra Castillo saved her daughter's life. He and his classmates saved my daughter's life today, both amazing heroes. Their bravery stopped their senseless tragedy. My daughter is home safe because of his sacrifice. True heroes. Now, I pulled up a picture. It says the suspect's profile picture on Instagram. It looks like a skull. It's red with a skull-like head and a hand that's holding a cigarette. Kevin Vaughn of 9 News first named the suspect of Devon Erickson, citing multiple law enforcement sources. Heavy also obtained the name of the first dispatch audio accounts for officers who told dispatchers the name Devon Erickson several times as they initially responded to the scene. Authorities have not released the second suspect's name. It says the sheriff described in a news conference how the shooters allegedly went deep into the school, opening fire on its students in classrooms inside the high school, killing one classmate and leaving others in critical condition. Let me see. They said that he was a student at the school, and he says he was addicted to pain. That just sounds like someone who's just psychotic. Addicted to pain, not pain meds, but just addicted to inflicting pain, or probably having pain inflicted upon them. Let me see. It says that he described himself as bad at math and once dressed as Slender Man for Halloween years ago. Let's see what else is on here. Erickson was a youth actor. We already it says he urged friends to see him in a production of Legally Blonde. It says there was a struggle. He was tackled, and what's the last one read? Because I may not have to read everything. It says he appeared to be interested in skateboarding. Apparently, he was also interested in killing as well, because one person ended up dead and a few others could have died as well. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The cat's out of the bag. Not that any of this is really surprising, but I am curious about that second student. But wow, that was the only plot twist of this was the fact that the second person, they said, was a transgendered person that was transitioning from female to male. That's the only plot twist here, but everything else is pretty much cut and dry. Same thing that we've heard all before. And of course, you know, they took both of them in alive. Not one of them was killed on sight. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.